Hello everyone, this is Sean. This video is going to show you how to use the TestOut LabSims for the A+ class and also how to get signed up for the online class inside TestOut, and I'll explain what that means in a second. So first, once you've purchased your voucher from the bookstore, whether you've done it online or gone in person to get the voucher, you want to come here to TestOut. This is TestOut.com. That's what the address is. And TestOut.com, this is going to have a number of different types of LabSims. For you, you will have purchased a generic voucher, and then with that voucher, you're going to be activating a specific LabSim. In this case, the PC Pro TestOut. So once you get to TestOut.com, the first thing you're going to do, if you've not already signed up for it, click on Sign Up, and then fill in your information here. Including your activation code, and then it'll ask you, once you've done this, which LabSim you want to activate. Now I'll show you that in a second, but very important, for your email address, we need you to use your MATC student email address. This is very important. There are a number of students who have used different email addresses and had different logins and end up really causing problems for them as far as getting everything turned in on time and everything. So make sure the email address you use is your MATC email address. Okay, so once you've created your account, once you fill this information out and created the account, it's going to ask you which of the LabSims you want to activate. Now, the LabSims that you want to activate are going to be the PC Pro LabSim, English 4.1.0. Let me get over to my products so you can see which one I'm talking about. This is the one right here. It's the TestOut PC Pro English 4.1.0. This is the LabSim that we're going to be using for this class, for IT Sub 102-200. In this case, that's your section. So this is the one you want to activate. So once you have signed in and entered your voucher number, and it asks you which one to activate, you activate the TestOut PC Pro LabSim. It's going to look a little different than mine. This is the instructor view, but essentially you will then see your TestOut PC Pro show up as an option in your products. Now, to use these LabSims, just click on the one that you're going to be using, and up here, I'll back up so I can do a little slower and show you. Up here, this is going to give you, clicking on this will give you a list of all of the different LabSims available, broken down by chapter and then sections within each chapter. In our syllabus, I go over which ones of these every week that I'm expecting you to do. So the LabSims that have, I don't know if you can see this very well, LabSims that have what look like a little play button, these are videos. LabSims that have just a monitor, this is information. This is the text. This is going to be your textbook for the course. So these are the things that I'd like you to read. I'm not going to be checking or testing to see that you've read them all, but this is the only written information that you're going to have for this course. If it has a mouse icon, that is an actual simulation. That is a simulation that is going to load, and then you're going to be asked to do specific things with it. If the section has what looks like a pencil and a square, as well as pencil and paper, these are the exam questions. They're also always going to be labeled exam questions. For the LabSims, I need you to complete all of the simulations, the ones with a mouse, and all of the exam questions, the ones with pencil and paper. Those are the two that I will be checking to see that you've completed. Now, to use a simulator, click on one of the simulations, and it will bring up a summary of everything that it's going to be expecting you to do. It's going to ask you to do for the simulation. When you are ready, once you understand this, this will also stay on the screen, so you won't have to memorize it. When you're ready, you click on Start Lab. Now, you'll need to disable pop-up blockers for this, both in Internet Explorer and in Safari. Once you've disabled the pop-up blocker, it will then pop up in a new tab and then load the simulation. This is what the simulation looks like. In general, you will have a workspace where you have the actual devices of what you're going to be dealing with, and then a shelf that has things, in this case, like cables and monitors. And clicking on those will show you the different things that are available here. And then in the scenario, it will then give you a checklist of things it wants you to do. So it wants you to add a monitor to the workspace for the first thing. I'll give you an example. I'm not going to do the whole simulation for you. This will be one of your assignments. So to add things into the workspace, you simply click on and drag them. So let's click the monitor, drag it over here into the workspace, and we now have a monitor in our workspace. And the same thing is true for cables. If I want to move a cable, I would click on it and see the components down here and figure out where I'm going to plug things in. To plug something in, you grab the end and you plug it into whatever port you think it should be plugged into. And you do that for whatever needs to be done. This is essentially how the LabSims work. The first couple are going to be doing simple things like this. They're going to show you how to use it so you get comfortable with the interface. But that's it. So you complete all of these, and once you've finished with all of these, you'll click Done. Now obviously I didn't finish this, so this will not be completed for me. But you click Done, and it'll close the simulation. It will then give you a summary of how much you've done, how long it took, and then tell you which ones you completed and which ones you failed at. And then it will explain what you should have done. This is very important, because once you've done something wrong, you can come back through here, see which one of the things you have done wrong, and see what they want you to do, and then go back and do it properly in the simulation. And that's it. That's all there is to these simulations. You do these until you can get 100% on the simulation. For the quiz questions, I'll just briefly bring you to a quiz question, exam question, so you can see what they're like. For an exam question, you click Start Exam, and then it's going to be giving you some basic questions. And it says time spent. There's no time limit, so make sure you know what it is you're going to be answering. And then this is just like the LabSims, where you answer the questions, and then when it's done, you can check your answer to see if you got it right, and it will explain to you what the correct answer is, why the other answers are incorrect. It's pretty straightforward. So I will need you to finish all of the exam questions with a score of 80% or better, and all of the LabSims with a score of 100%. If you have any questions about what I'm asking you to do with the LabSims or how to use the LabSims, please email me and let me know. And I'm more than happy to sit down with you and go over them. Because this is, like I said in class, this is a very big part of your grade. This is a very big part of the class. Okay? So that is essentially how to use the TestOut LabSim. You log in, you select which LabSim you want to use, and then you go to whichever section you want to work on. And then you just go through and follow the instructions from there. It's pretty straightforward. Now, one thing that's not so straightforward is joining a class. So let me go back in to the main section and show you the class that I'm going to be asking you to join. Once you have bought your voucher and activated your LabSim, you're going to want to join a class. Now, I can't show you the exact view because I'm an instructor. I don't have the same view. But one of your options, one of your actions, is going to be to join a class. And the class that I want you to join is this one right here, IT Support 102-200. 200 is your section, Spring 2016. Okay, that is our section. Now there's also, notice, a 202. That is Downtown Wednesday mornings. Very close, but different class. So make sure you sign up for the 200 class, IT Sup 102-200 Spring 2016. So join this class once you've got the LabSim all up and running, you've got it activated, and you're able to get in and use it. Join this class, and that way I'll be able to monitor your progress and be able to give you feedback without having to sit down with you and go through your LabSims. So that is pretty much it. If you have any questions that I didn't answer, please email me. If you're having trouble and something is popping up that you don't expect, take a screenshot and email it to me so I can see what your problem is and see if I can help you with it. And that's about it. I'm looking forward to the semester. And please, 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 I'll say this once again, feel free to email me anytime you have questions or concerns. That's why I'm here. Don't think you're bothering me when you email me. Okay? So, get your LabSims, get them activated, join the class, the IT Sub 102-200 Spring 2016 class, and I will see you all next week.